Hey, how's it going? Okay, so there's a lot of things that I notice that people do around me, that people do around my friends, that for the most part, we don't have the time for. There's such a quality of people that we really want to be around. And it's not to offend anybody. It's not like a we're better than anybody else kind of way. It's like we honestly, legitimately just don't want to poison our own mentalities. We don't want to poison our own emotions and energy. Like for me personally, I put all of my work into my purpose, into my mission. And if somebody's sapping that energy like drastically, like why the fuck am I gonna hang around them? Now I've had the luxury of hanging around a lot of really fucking high quality people. People who've been a part of Forbes, famous YouTubers. I've been part of people with MTV. Like I've talked to a lot of really high quality people. And I had to know these 7 things in order to keep hanging around them. If I didn't do these things, if I didn't have these mentalities, they wouldn't wanna fucking hang out with me. I wouldn't wanna hang out with me. So hopefully you guys learned something in this video. And with that being said, let's get into the video.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
Number 1, you supplicate. You don't want to act too big because you're afraid the other person's going to get intimidated by how big you are, by how smart you are, by how witty you are. And this is really common. I used to do the same thing. I call these things dark tics, basically things that I see in men that I teach where they do these repeatedly to make themselves look smaller. So for example, when they talk through the nose, they talk a little bit more high, or they talk really high like this. Hey, oh my God, that's so interesting. Hi, hey, oh my God. Kind of sounds a little bit gay. Like, so a lot of you guys who always ask me, oh, all of a sudden when I start talking to a girl, I start sounding gay. It's because you're afraid of getting rejected. So to prevent yourself from getting rejected, you're like, hi, oh my God, that's so interesting. Even that's like, that's another dark tic. Raising your shoulders and laughing high in the throat. It's a nervous laugh. It's like a supplicating. Don't, I didn't mean it. Don't look at me. I'm not a threat. Whereas like a man, he's like, he's like, he does it from the bottom. He does it from like low in the chest because he's not afraid of being intimidating because he's the fucking boss. And he doesn't care what anybody thinks about him. So he talks low in the diaphragm like I'm doing currently. Hey, how's it going? Hey. How's it going? That's another one. Here's another dark tic for you guys. When you talk too fast without using pauses, because you're afraid that if you don't talk fast enough, what you have to say is not very valuable, so you need to get out in as quick a period of time as possible because you don't want to waste the other person's time because that person is such high value in comparison to you. Instead, use pauses. If you guys want to really attract girls, this is a really great trait to do. Hey, thought you're really cute. What's your name? It's like, adds tension. It says what I have to say is valuable, and I believe it's valuable. And through the law of state transference, the person that I'm talking to will understand this underlying mindset and belief, and they'll start believing it with me. I believe so strongly that what I have to say is powerful. I say it like this. I also variate tone. Instead of talking in a monotone way, where what I say doesn't really variate very much. You see how that sounds nervous? It's like, I'm afraid to variate tone because I don't want to show emotions because I'm afraid to express my emotions because I don't want to get punished for my emotions. I don't want to be punished for being an engaging speaker, which is bullshit. Like basically, a lot of these supplicating manners that people take on, these supplicating things that people do, they do them because they don't want to look too big to the other person. I used to do the same thing. I used to act really stupid so that I wouldn't intimidate people around me. And then after a while, I started thinking that I was stupid. And as I got a little bit older, I started understanding all the little things I was doing to make myself seem stupider so I could make people feel better about themselves so I wouldn't lose out on friendships on girls, and I stopped doing them. I started just being like, look, you're a pretty intelligent motherfucker. How about you just start acting like that instead of like putting up this facade for the outside world? Which takes me to my next point, putting up an inauthentic facade. Now, oftentimes when you're talking to people, okay, so for a lot of you guys that have chronic fatigue, this is probably why you have it. There's a lot of reasons why people have chronic fatigue, and a lot of people want to look at the physical. You want to look at what you eat, your energy. You're like, oh, it's biological. I'm just made to be low energy. And I could never be a high energy person. It's just not in the cards for me. So I'm just gonna be like, I'll be a Slavic, just low energy motherfucker. I'm not gonna look to ways to fix this. I'm stuck this way. And I'm saying this because I used to think like this too. It's like, I guess I'm just low energy and I don't have the power to like really have the high energy of those other really high quality people. Now, this is what you should be doing. All right. So this is where probably a lot of your energy is bleeding. It's like, so I'm going to explain this to you because I do explain this in my other YouTube channel. Now, first, like, you should be constantly changing who you are to improve. Fake it till you make it, but you fake it till you make it to a certain extent. Don't alter and change your entire personality to evolve, all right? Because when you do that, like I say in all my videos, when you're trying to change so many things at once, you can't really practice any one thing all that well. You need to do targeted practice. So if you're out socializing, what you should be doing is focusing on maybe one thing at a time. You focus on one thing, and the rest of you make completely authentic, because you really can't control it. It's all habitual. So if you are a timid person, like I said earlier, maybe you focus solely on that. You're like, I'm gonna be a little bit louder today. Hey, how's it going? Oh my God, it's interesting. You talk a little bit louder, maybe to the extreme where you think that you're talking a little bit louder than you should be. Talk to the extreme, but everything else is you. Now, when you do this, you're gonna be a lot more charismatic. You're going to be a lot more powerful, and you're also gonna have a lot more energy, because what most people are doing is, I'm gonna say that maybe 80% to 90% of all people do this, is where they're like, they walk into the world, when they walk into a world of strangers, and they're really insecure about who they are, and they don't like them, and they don't think people like them for them. So what they do is they're like, they put out this facade, like, okay, all right, time to put on a confident me. Hey, how's it going? That's so interesting. Or then they come out with maybe business-minded, or I make money kind of minded, or I'm good with girls, or I'm this or I'm that, and they're like, I'm this person, and they go into the world doing this personality, this little song and jig. But to hold up this mask in front of you, you're burning energy. And to people like me, it's so clairvoyant. I see right through it. And I see it mainly because I used to do it myself. I get it. But a highly intelligent person eventually moves past it. He realizes what he's doing to himself and how people are perceiving him. And then through that, he drops the facade. You need to become confident in yourself. To an extent, look at it this way. All right, your ancestors are just warriors, and they just conquered problem after problem. They superseded and they destroyed everybody in their path. There's no emotion that you have that is bad. There is nothing that you currently feel or that you should be ashamed of. Shame is a really powerful, strongly negative trait. Moving into self-acceptance and forgiveness on your own side of things is a really strong thing you should start doing. For me, I used to feel really bad that I had a sex drive. I'm like, oh no, I want sex. I'm like, of course I should. I'm a dude. I should want that. That's something that I should want and I should be happy about. I shouldn't beat myself up for having a sex drive. That's just asinine and totally unfair to myself. Number 3, negativity. Negativity it's not bad in small doses, but I think the problem is when people get addicted to these emotions. Now, I've hung out with girls in the past where they get sad, where they get angry, and it's okay if they do it once or twice, but when they're talking every single day about how angry they are, about how depressed and how the world's against them, it's I don't think it's the world anymore. I think it's you, man. And these people are so stuck in this mentality because they don't want to take responsibility for their lives, because that would be pretty tough and you have to go through an ego death, which nobody wants to do. But when you're just constantly negative and victim mentality and this and that, you have to evolve past it. You're not an adult if you're constantly bitching and angry and driving and cutting people off and I'm so sad about this, or this is happening, or dude, real high quality people, they don't have any less problems than you do. All right, they just look at the world differently. They're like, okay, here's the problem. What can I focus on that will help me to fix the problem? And because they do this, now they start moving past their problems until they have really high quality problems. If you want more girls, it sucks when you don't have them. But then as you keep, defeating your problems, you're like, oh no, I can't fix this. Oh no, I can't fix that. Oh no, I can't fix this. But then you start focusing on things you have control over. You start fixing the problems until now you're like, oh, I have too many girls. Oh, I can't choose them. Oh no, I can't get this girl to stop texting me. Oh no, this crazy girl's trying to break my windows of my car or whatever. Higher quality problems, and you keep fixing the problems, and you keep having higher and higher quality problems. You're never gonna stop the problems, but you can choose the quality of them. And when I talk to a person that's negative, the problem is that the energy, emotions are contagious along with thoughts and ideas. This person's constantly bitching about the government or something like that. It's gonna seep into me. The anger and sadness is gonna seep into me. If I hang around you, I will become you. That's why I can't hang out with you. It's not that I'm being vindictive. I can't put myself in that energy. I can't allow myself to, not at the level that I'm playing the world at. You're playing down here, I'm playing up here. And if I come down to your world, my entire shit will fall apart. My company will fall apart. My business, my viewers will fall apart. You guys will all fall apart. I can't hang around you. I'm sorry, until you fix your problem, until you fix your own emotional situation, I can't hang out with you. Neediness. Now, I talked a little bit about this before, but we're gonna go into depth on this. Neediness is that idea that I am in scarcity of something, and because I'm in scarcity of this thing, I need what I don't have. It's like, so if you didn't have money, how important would money be to you? If you didn't have women, how important would it be to you? This is why guys get creepy, because you can't get girls. So what happens? You become like, you need the girl. Now you can't treat her like a person. You don't have money. Now you need the money. Now you're gonna fuck people over to get it. You need love. So you misinterpret attention as love because you don't really get it. So what do? You go to shoot up a school. Neediness is a really fucking destructive power. It's terrible. So in this, let's go through a couple ways to fix this. Now first, you're going to have to develop like actual abundance. Now, abundance is like when you get it yourself. Like, so with women, you can and should improve with women if you're a guy. If you get in a relationship and you never figured out the abundance side of things, you're never gonna have a real, true, loving relationship with your girl. It's impossible. If you get into abundance with money, money's like a very powerful thing. And like, I remember times where I was so broke, where I was willing to fuck people over for money. And you're such an evil thing. Neediness and like scarcity makes people evil. It's like, I call it kick dog mentality. When you get kicked so many times, like you're gonna bite. But when that dog's been loved and it's been treated well, that dog's the most loving, caring thing you've ever seen. And so that's a lot of high quality people are just like that. They're these loving, dogs that are like wagging their tail all the time. They're like, just like me. I'm overflowing with love for everybody I talk to. And when you're in this needy scarcity, it's really tough for you to come for that headspace, that maximum abundance. Now, this is where you should get. I have a lot of guys constantly asking me like, bro, so I need abundance with girls. How am I gonna ever reach the point where I can date a girl and I can like just love her when I'm like now only dating her? It comes to a point where like you become so just assumptive of your abilities. Like, so a millionaire that's earned, like, so let's say there's a millionaire that's earned millions of dollars like multiple times over. All right, so he's lost his money, he's earned it back, he lost his money, he's earned it back. And then there's a billionaire who's earned his money one time. Who do you think is more abundant in their money? The millionaire. The millionaire is more abundant in his money because he has proven to himself that he can earn it again and again and again. The millionaire earned it once. That guy loses his money, he's gonna commit suicide. It's the same thing. Like, you prove to yourself that I have the skills, I am enough to get this, I am more than worthy to have it. For me, if I'm ever out of a relationship, I'm so assumptive that girls like me, that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Girls do like me. Girls love the shit out of me. And that's kind of where it comes from. It's like the same thing with money. It's like you earn money, like you teach yourself that money is so abundant in yourself that like if you weren't to have money, if you were to lose all your money, you're not gonna like all of a sudden start like thirsting for money. You're like, it's not that big a deal, I'll get it back. And that's the mentality you should be coming from. Okay, now this one also ties into the other ones, which I feel like all these for the most part are kind of intertwined. Victim mentality. Now, victim mentality is where you focus on things that you don't control. You focus on the government, which at a certain level, this is okay because this is preventing you from committing suicide because it's not your fault. But at most levels, victim mentality is a very weak trait to have. It's like, these people are doing this to me, or this is doing this to me. And I've talked to like so many people, like a lot of the feminists, like they always want to blame men for what they don't have. When I know so many women who are rich, I know so many women that are just fucking badasses. And it's like, you focus on all the things the reasons why you can't have something and you won't ever have it. You focus on all the reasons why you can get it and you're probably gonna get it. It's focus goes, energy flows. Like when you're focusing on like all the shit, like all this bad stuff, for the most part, it's like when you're driving a car, you look off to the right, where's your steering wheel go? It goes to the right. When it comes down to it, that which you focus on is gonna grow. And it's a very strong skill set. And I have made a video about this and explaining how this works. If you guys wanna look it up, it's called the Law of Attraction Explained. It's actually in my suggested videos. I'll actually post it at the end of the video for you guys. The next one is no follow through. It's these guys that they say they'll do something, but then what do? They don't do it. They're like, as the person is saying it, he says that he's gonna do it, but then he doesn't follow through. And I've been a big victim of this myself, where I'll tell somebody that I'll do it, and it's something that I'm now fixing. But it's like, you can't trust anybody when they do that. It's a big red flag for a lot of people, and a lot of high quality people. If somebody asks you to do something and then you don't do it, it's like, okay, so I can't really trust this guy to ever follow through with his word. And that's something that is gonna lose a lot of trust really fast with somebody. The last one is entitlement. This one is the one that gets me the most, like with people, especially in my industry, people that are entitled to results that they didn't earn. I think a lot of people Some people that aren't in the pickup community will see how good I am with women and they won't understand the amount of work that I put into this. Or you look at Michael Jordan and you'll be like, that guy had a God-given gift. That guy had the God-given gift to destroy people in basketball. When in all actuality, that guy probably put in so much unbelievable effort into being the best in the world that none of us will ever understand. Like that's what I think a lot of people get. They're like, I think people think that what's going on is that people are born a certain way, and because they're born a certain way, now they are given the gifts. They don't understand that they can have what they want, but for this reason, they get this problem where they think that their kid should have like a trophy for last place. They think that they should hit me up and I should be able to give them answers to all their problems without giving me anything in return. Like I'm not a person, like I'm an object. They hit me up like, hey man, answer my question. I know that you charge for coaching and whatnot, and you're trying to survive off this business. But at the same time, I want my answers answered. Like, I know that you spend all your time working on these videos. You're working 100 hours a week, and I know you're dead ass exhausted, but answer my question. Let me like answer all my shit. And it's like, sometimes I wonder if I'm like just fueling your guys', like, not all of you, but like some of your guys' entitlement that it's not like I worked my ass off to find the answers myself. The world isn't supposed to be easy. Like if you want something, like I have this written on my laptop here. So here, I'll do a screenshot of this, but I'll read it off to you guys. I'm not entitled to anything less than I worked for. You are where you are because of what you are doing. If you want more, be more. And I think that's what a lot of you guys don't understand. You guys are wanting the rewards without the effort. And that's not the way the world works. Like you shouldn't get like a last place trophy. You shouldn't be given like $1 million for nothing. Like if you want something, you got to be a little bit more. You got to be something different. And wanting that thing is like being a spoiled brat. Like when you talk to somebody like me or any of my friends, like we're gonna roll our eyes at you. Maybe not to your face, because like for the most part, people are gonna get like, I can't help a person who doesn't want to be helped, and sometimes they're in a place and I'll just hurt their feelings. But for the most part, like I just like whenever somebody hits me up online for free questions, I'm like in my head, I'm just like rolling my eyes. I'm just like, man, bro, come on. Like you're looking at the world wrong, and you're gonna turn off so many fucking high quality people like by doing this kind of shit. And I know that most of you guys, when I give you guys your answers, like you guys are not gonna go and actually use them. Like you guys are gonna be like, yes, hoarding my knowledge instead of actually taking action with it, which is why you're where you're at. All right, guys, I hope you guys take all this information and look into yourselves about how you can change. This is very valuable stuff. This is very valuable content that I had to learn the hard way. All right, I actually was probably messing up on all these things at one point or another, if not like all at once, like from the majority of my life. And it took me a long time to figure this out. So hopefully this can help expedite your process of growth.